Okay, so for Pepper's recall, Pepper, come! I want her coming all the way to you. So I always feed her nice and close to my body. She's doing a nice little sit when she comes. You can continue to ask for that because sometimes when she's really excited, she comes up and jumps up, and we don't want that. So never reward her, like when her paws are off the ground, we'll never reward her. Always just stand up nice and tall, look down at her, and she'll offer the sit, or you can say off, and then she'll usually offer the sit. And you want to reward the sit at the end. Or at least reward her while she has all 4 paws on the ground. So bring your treat down nice and low. I'm using this recall a lot. So we worked on it and I'm rewarded a lot, and I want you to keep rewarding it. I'm using cheese, high value rewards here. So I've just cut them up into little pieces. You don't need to use much. So just like a tiny little piece like this is plenty. That's what I want you to use for your recall reward. I'm using it for a few things. One, she chases my cat outside, just playfully, not predatorily, but so I'm calling her away from that, using the same thing, Pepper, come, saying it in an excited voice, and rewarding it when she arrives. Good girl. And you can give her some pets after too. So yeah, good girl. I use it whenever my daughter's running around the house. If Pepper starts to move away from me, like she's gonna follow her, I don't trust her not to go and like put paws on her. So as soon as I see her following my daughter when she starts to run, it's the same thing. Pepper, come. And then I reward her here close to me. And then usually she'll stick around, right? If she starts to head back out, I just do the same thing again and reward her again. And then also playing with the other dogs. She tends to get a little rough. So I know you have another puppy there. I don't know how big it is, but she can be a little rough with smaller dogs. So she plays well with the larger dogs, but I found with smaller dogs, she can be a little bit of a bully. So she loves playing, and she doesn't know that she's being mean, but she is being a little pushy and a little too rough. So that's something that I would like for you to call her away from. If you see her kind of just, body checking or pushing the dog around too much and it's a bit too rough, then using that recall to call her back and reward her. So you don't have to do it in a mean way. You can just do it in your nice voice, and that's what we're using that for a lot. So really important that we continue to reward that a lot. So I would stock up on, I usually buy just a giant block of cheese and I'll cut it all up and put it into these freezer bags and then freeze them. And then just use tiny little bits. Like it doesn't have to be a big chunk. So I have some cut up here, and even like this chunk, too big. That's actually has a couple other pieces, and even this a little too big. I'll just break that up with my fingers. So just a little bit. And the other time that I have used her recall is if she starts to get she gets a little barky when she's scared. So if she sees something that scares her, she will bark a little bit. So like sometimes if she sees my husband from like across our property, she'll bark at him. So again, I'll just call her to me, Pepper, come. And see that I'm kind of backing away from her after I call. That's just generally more alluring to dogs. So backing away after you call. I'm rewarding her down on all 4s here or in her sit. So I'm holding my treat down, or I'm just going to stand up nice and tall, wait for her to sit. If she jumps on me, I'm going to like just knee her off my leg a little bit. She has a really strong jumping habit. So those are her recall tips for now.